Today at this New York City courthouse, a turning point in American history. In a matter of hours, former President Donald Trump is expected to surrender to authorities who will place him under arrest and process him before the 45th president enters a courtroom to face New York State Judge Juan Merchan. Mr. Trump's attorneys say he will plead not guilty to the charges against him, facing some 30 document fraud-related counts, according to two sources familiar with the indictment, set to be unsealed today. Manhattan DA Alvin Bragg's investigation has centered around 2016 hush money payments made by former Trump fixer Michael Cohen to adult film actress Stormy Daniels to buy her silence about an alleged affair with Mr. Trump, which he denies. Cohen, the prosecution's star witness, calls attacks on his credibility irrelevant.
I'm not asking people to believe what I'm saying. Look at the evidence. Look at the documents that will be presented.
The former president left Palm Beach Monday, returning to New York, his plane landing at LaGuardia Airport, escorted by the NYPD and Secret Service to Trump Tower, where he waved to gathered supporters. With robust security around the courthouse, the New York mayor's message to potential protesters.
Control yourselves. New York City is our home, not a playground for your misplaced anger.
President Biden weighing in on the city's security, but not on the case's specifics.
No, I have faith in the New York Police Department.
On social media, Mr. Trump, without evidence, has lashed out at Judge Merchan as Trump-hating, while blasting the Democratic DA as corrupt and his case as election interference. Overnight, Judge Merchan ruling in Mr. Trump's favor, agreeing to keep television cameras out of today's hearing, as his lawyers requested, but allowing them to set up in a hallway outside the courtroom. A group of still photographers will be allowed to take photos in the courtroom before the proceedings begin. With his legal fate out of his control, Mr. Trump and his advisors are trying to use the indictment to boost his prospects for 2024. He's expected to return to Florida later today, delivering a defiant primetime address to supporters from his Mar-a-Lago estate. Since the indictment, the Trump campaign says it has raised more than $7 million. You're looking down the alley now between the DA's office and the courthouse, just part of the security footprint here downtown. You can see that alley where Mr. Trump is expected to arrive later today, completely closed off. About a block and a half the other direction, every square foot of sidewalk is taken up by reporters, some of them in a line to get into the courthouse, which stretches around the building behind it. What we don't see here this morning are protesters. None have arrived so far, but with a pro-Trump rally scheduled for later this morning, that is expected to change. Savannah?
All right, Garrett, Haake leading us off. Thank you. Joined now by NBC senior Washington correspondent Hallie Jackson and our senior legal correspondent Laura Jarrett. Ladies, good morning. It will be history today for Donald Trump. We are still waiting for this indictment, yes, Laura, and until we see these charges, the nature of the charges, the legal theory, honestly, no one knows anything. Can we agree on that?
Yes, absolutely. We do know that we think there are at least more than 30 counts, but we don't know the exact parameters of those counts. We believe it has to do all with this falsification of business records. Remember, the paying of the hush money is not what's illegal under state law. What we believe they're after is how that got documented on the books of the Trump Organization, something you talked about at length with Joe Tacopina, the president's lawyers. We need to understand their theory for how you elevate what is normally a misdemeanor to a felony. That part we just don't know yet.
So that's one. And when I talk about the legal theory, that's what we're talking about. How do you convert a business records misdemeanor to a more serious crime? There's also the question of whether this surrounds only this issue of so-called hush money with Stormy Daniels, or if there's any other conduct involved that may be revealed in an indictment.
Right. We know that the grand jury has heard testimony about another payment to another woman. Michael Cohen didn't actually make that payment. That came from the National Enquirer. But we don't know yet, is that going to just be there to show a course of conduct, or is it an actual charge? Again, we have to see the actual papers.
Well, don't tell that to the people that Hallie
the Republicans,
because,
yeah.
I'm smiling, but it's true. It's like everyone's weighing in as though we know the strength of this case. We don't yet know the strength of this case for good, bad, or indifferent.
And what's so interesting to me is when I talk with these Republicans, so many of them give cover support to Donald Trump, even though that detail is still TBD. But as one top Republican operative put it to me recently, yesterday actually, short-term gain for Donald Trump, that is what we're seeing in the polling numbers. That's what we're seeing as he goes out there and talks about being, in his view, politically persecuted. long-term pain. And by that, I mean this. This is helping him clearly with this base. Look at the optics today, Savannah. We're going to see him go down, as you laid out, we're going to see him go down Lower Manhattan. We're going to see him get, appear in court at least briefly in the hallway, even if only for a couple of seconds. This is unprecedented, and he will use that to motivate his base. But you know what? He needs more than his base to succeed in a general election. So far, nobody has come after him on this, but I say give it 6 months, and let's see if his Republican rivals in this primary continue to give him that cover.
Well, Lindsey Graham, who is a Trump ally, said this all but seals the nomination for him. No, his Republican rivals, people who are in the race against
Ron DeSantis, Mike Pence,
Nikki Haley, they have not laid a glove on this issue. Asa Hutchinson, who got in the race, did actually say he thinks that Donald Trump should drop out based on the indictment. That separates him from most of the Republican field.
It does, but Asa Hutchinson is not seen as somebody who is a front runner for the Republican nomination at this moment, right? You know what Lindsey Graham also said? That this unites the GOP in a way that he did not expect this year because of so many people coming around Donald Trump on this issue. Let's see about the other investigations against Donald Trump, if that changes the game. My sense from talking to Republicans is that it is not likely to, but I think the pressure of a campaign as we get closer and closer to Election Day, as the general election gets closer too, because remember, Donald Trump would need to pick up people beyond his base to win. Let's see how that plays.
My takeaway is there's a lot we don't know politically and legally, but today we'll provide some answers. Thank you both. And of course, NBC News will bring you live coverage of today's arraignment on many of these stations, and it will be streaming on NBC News Now.
Hey, thanks for watching. Don't miss the Today Show every weekday at 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 Pacific on our streaming channel, Today All Day. To watch, head to today.com/allday or click the link right here.